Could Tyrone be the one person capable of saving her? Next week in Coronation Street, Summer Spellman takes a drastic step in a bid to escape the misery of prison life, only to find herself in a life-threatening situation in hospital. Struggling to cope behind bars, the accused killer makes a dangerous decision to avoid remaining in custody. With Tyrone Dobbs appearing to be her last chance of proving the truth, will he finally reveal what he knows, even if it means landing himself in serious trouble? Summer has reached breaking point, while Tyrone continues to carry the guilt of knowing that his dishonesty played a major role in putting her behind bars, reveals a Coronation Street insider. By telling the truth, he could finally end her ordeal, but whether he acts in time remains to be seen. After Tyrone failed to back up Summer's account of the events surrounding Theo Silverton's death, she was formally charged with murder. However, Tyrone's statement was far from truthful, as he concealed crucial information to protect himself. As her court date draws nearer, Summer faces the possibility of admitting responsibility for manslaughter in exchange for a reduced sentence, despite maintaining that she is completely innocent. Todd is deeply concerned about her well-being, and a shocking phone call from prison only increases his fears. Our source explains that Todd receives news that Summer has been taken to hospital. He rushes to see her and is devastated when she confesses that she intentionally switched off her insulin pump to make herself seriously unwell, simply to escape prison for a short time. It's a truly tragic moment. As word of Summer's condition spreads, detectives begin questioning whether they have charged the wrong person. Meanwhile, investigators make a breakthrough when Todd's missing phone, which vanished on the night of the killing, is recovered. The discovery provides DC Kit Green and DS Lisa Connor Swain with a fresh lead. New evidence begins pointing towards Gary Windus, raising significant doubts about Summer's involvement. While recovering in hospital, Summer remains unaware of the latest developments. Todd, Asha Alahan, and Nina Lucas visit her, offering support during the difficult time. Despite their encouragement, Summer fears it is only a matter of time before she is sent back to prison, potentially for many years. Elsewhere, Carl Webster approaches an increasingly nervous Tyrone and reveals that fragments of his memory from the night of his accident have started returning. Haunted by guilt, Tyrone eventually confides in Fizz and finally admits why he failed to support Summer's version of events. According to the insider, Tyrone reveals that he witnessed Carl interfering with the brakes on Kevin's car and secretly began recording him on his phone. During the confrontation, Tyrone accidentally knocked the jack, causing the vehicle to collapse and crush Carl beneath it. Panicking after the accident, Tyrone fled without helping Carl. He later denied seeing Summer because admitting the truth would place him at the scene and expose his role in the incident. Fizz is horrified by the confession and insists that Tyrone immediately tell the police everything he knows. But will the footage on his phone be enough to clear Summer's name? And what consequences await Tyrone for his lies and for abandoning Carl after the accident? Coronation Street's Jody accused of yet another cruel plot, but is she guilty? David reaches the end of his tether. In this week's Coronation Street, Jody Ramsey comes under suspicion once again as another upsetting incident unfolds amid her ongoing efforts to disrupt her sister's life. While viewers know Jody has a history of stirring up trouble to get what she wants, is she really responsible on this occasion? Since arriving on the cobbles earlier this year, Jody has been secretly influencing events within the Platt family after feeling abandoned by her sister Shona. Matters took a darker turn when she attempted to seduce David in a twisted act of revenge for Shona's failure to respond to the letters she sent during their childhood. After her actions came to light, Jody was asked to leave the family home and later developed an unlikely friendship with Daniel Osborne. However, that arrangement quickly fell apart when Daniel uncovered evidence that she had been targeting him online through anonymous trolling, forcing her to move back in with the Platts. During Sunday's episode, David and Shona look forward to celebrating an important milestone for their daughter Harper, who has remained in hospital since she was born. Their plans are thrown into disarray when David is unable to locate Harper's 5-month milestone card, leaving the couple unable to complete the special photo shoot they had arranged. Already under pressure, Shona loses her temper and blames David for misplacing the card. David, however, is convinced that Jody is somehow involved and immediately suspects her of causing the problem. Could this be another calculated attempt by Jody to drive a wedge between David and Shona? Or is the missing card simply the result of an innocent misunderstanding? Given everything Jody has done in recent months, it's hardly surprising that suspicion falls on her, a Coronation Street insider explains. She has built a reputation for creating chaos for no apparent reason, and viewers have already seen her take things that didn't belong to her. David's tolerance for Jody's behavior is rapidly disappearing. Ever since she manipulated him into getting into bed with her a few weeks ago, he has felt extremely uneasy about sharing the same roof again. The situation within the Platt household is becoming increasingly strained, and the question now is whether the family can continue living together without everything finally falling apart. Coronation Street reveals Nick's reaction as Sam hits breaking point. Nick realizes his son's problems are far more serious than he first believed. Coronation Street is set to air emotional scenes next week as Sam Blakeman suffers a major mental health crisis. The teenager experiences psychosis amid ongoing tensions involving Will Driscoll, leaving his family deeply concerned. The storyline sees Sam become increasingly distressed and eventually lock himself inside the cafe after hallucinating 2 versions of Roy Cropper. Outside, Nick desperately tries to persuade his son to let him in, unaware until then just how much Sam has been struggling behind closed doors. Speaking about the dramatic episodes, actor Ben Price explained that Nick is shocked by the sudden change in his son's behavior. According to Ben, the situation quickly becomes frightening as Sam acts in a way Nick has never witnessed before. Sam refuses to listen to his father, isolates himself, and becomes aggressive towards Roy. It is this alarming behavior that finally convinces Nick that something much more serious is going on. As events spiral further, Sam runs away and is reported missing. Thankfully, Carla Connor finds him and immediately recognizes the signs of psychosis due to her own past experiences. Her intervention proves crucial as Nick trusts her judgment and realizes she understands exactly what Sam is going through. Ben explained that Carla's normally tough and direct personality makes her concerns impossible for Nick to ignore. Hearing her speak with certainty about Sam's condition forces him to accept the reality of the situation. Nick's outlook changes dramatically. What he initially dismissed as ordinary teenage struggles suddenly becomes a serious medical emergency requiring professional treatment. He realizes Sam needs urgent help and hospital care. The actor also suggested that Nick questions whether he has somehow contributed to his son's difficulties. Balancing parenthood has never been easy, and he often struggles to know whether he is making the right decisions. Ben added that the complicated family dynamic involving Nick, Toya, and Leanne may have played a part, while Nick initially mistook the warning signs for normal teenage challenges rather than a developing mental health crisis.